Have you guys ever had like
And the
sex for so long that it just starts getting crumbly?
If I say yes,
No?
is that bad?
Yeah, me neither.
Now, more than ever, we need music.
Who is it? Goons. Goon Squad. Goon Squad.
Okay, welcome to the Goon Squad. I'm Kian.
I'm Jason.
I'm Kwa.
I'm Don.
Welcome to a spin-off of my podcast. Even though it's like an early days for it, but yeah, just I had such a good time with these folks previously that I thought I'd bring them back.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's
and it just just that it's, like who else is free? One of the losers are free on a Thursday night to come in.
I was not free. I was tricked into coming out.
Well, basically, what we did was we kidnapped Jason, threw him in the trunk of a car, and then we brought him here. And he's like, "What's going on? Podcast? Okay, I guess I can do it."
Yeah, I made him come.
That's what she said.
That's literally what he did.
Oh my bum.
Oh man. So so what's happening, guys?
Oh. Well, I just finished a short film. That was fun.
Yeah.
Japanese one.
Yeah, Japanese one.
It was very sugoi.
And then, great. Now we're gonna have to pretend like, oh, we don't know what you're talking about. So tell me about the short film. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, it was good, man. I really enjoyed it. So
Go plug your short film.
Yeah, plug your short film.
Just go to youtube.com/Qed Productions. You'll find it there.
Q is in like the letter Q.
QUED, Qed Productions. Sorry.
Q Productions. All
I
right.
don't even know what my company's called.
Are you gonna link it? Link it below.
Link it below.
Link it below.
Is that the link it below dance?
The link it below dance. They're waving their hands around.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
what's the? It's called Welcome Home.
Welcome home. Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty. I was from day one. Like when I saw the rushes, I was super impressed with how it looked and everything. Qua's over there. He's like, "You want another beer, bro?" It's like second beer.
Nervous.
He's not nervous.
Yeah.
He just wants to get drunk.
Sitting.
That's exactly what this is. We should call it the
Drunk.
Piss Up Podcast. No, but yeah, you were saying about your film, the
Welcome Home.
Welcome Home. I was gonna say welcome back.
Dude, what I was amazed was that how did you meet those two Japanese people?
Actually had a
Those two
producer
jappers.
from over here, so she put out
Hooked it up.
yeah, she hooked me up.
Okay.
Yeah, she put out like a call out, and like a few people put up their hands, and
Because could they speak English? Those two Japanese actors?
So
very little.
So how
very,
did you
very little.
get the script to them? If you wrote it in English, obviously.
Yeah,
like
I
how
wrote
did
it in
they?
English.
How did they?
My producer, she translated it.
Yeah, because they were amazing, man. Like like a mark of a good film is like something you can watch silently and you still kind of get what's going on, right?
Yeah.
And like with them, it's just they were so good. Like they went to ham-fisted with acting, and then they went to like subtle. They were just right, like the Goldilocks thing. They were just perfect.
Just
yeah,
right, Goldilocks.
yeah.
I like the analogy between
know,
the
man.
actors.
I'm like the
I don't get it.
analogy man.
And I think you got a commentary coming out.
Yeah, I got
for
a
the short
commentary
film.
coming out.
Yeah, why was I invited to this commentary thing, man?
plug
Come
it.
on.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
pretty
invited.
sure he would have done really good.
Yeah.
Photography and stuff.
I think we should do commentaries with Kian all the time though. Just watch movies and commentate.
Yeah, we were talking about. It's funny. We were, like on our last podcast. That's what Don and I were talking about.
All right.
Yeah, we should just do like. But I think
watches.
Kevin Smith does that already.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah, Kevin Smith. You know Kevin Smith?
No, I
Yeah,
don't.
but
Big
I
fat guy.
hate.
The guy that did
Jane
that Clerks.
Silent Bob.
Jane Silent.
Oh,
Silent Bob?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's him. He's awesome, dude.
Whoa.
Like he's fantastic at telling stories.
He's the guy that made Dogma.
Yeah, Dogma.
Oh, really? He
Yeah,
made Dogma?
Yeah, Dogma.
Not the Dogma, but
okay.
Dogma.
the movie. Yeah,
The
yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
And
thought he made the actual genre Dogma.
No.
Like,
He was the
shit.
biggest troll because like a lot of religious people they were up in arms about the movie coming out and everything, and they were outside this theater protesting. Yeah. And what he did was because like he was banking on the fact that nobody really knows how he looks like that much, so he went out there and protested the film as well. He made these like glittery signs saying "fuck Dogma's bullshit," and he went out to to the protest, and he's sitting there with the signs. And then the news van came along and they interviewed him, and he's like, "Yeah, this movie sucks. It's not very good." Fucking hilarious.
That's awesome.
I know. But like people like Kevin Smith, Adam Savage, the guys from Rooster Teeth, like they're the reasons why I podcast now. It's just watching them over so much time.
man.
Yeah, I kind of got inspired because I've had ideas of like doing video tutorials or some kind of online content or just talking shit for like ages and never really sort of had the tools or the know-how to really do it, you know? And then just, I did this massive marathon of like podcast after podcast during my time where I was like, nah, I'm not fucking doing any more work, you know, I'm not editing. I was just fucking, my brain was fried. And yeah, so like 2 or 3 days, I was just watching podcasts. And then I realized, hey, fuck, I can do this shit, man. Like, so I went out and bought a few mics and then just messaged everybody. And Qual was on my first podcast. So,
yeah, that was me. That's someone else.
Fun jobs, man.
yeah. So it was good.
It's someone else because the mustache was slightly shorter.
Yeah, but I remember watching back, I was like nodding, smiling, and drinking a lot. Like I was like,
Yeah, I was trying to get you to talk more in
So
it,
not,
but
so not very different from right now, is it?
I'll still be different. But yeah, no. The reason why I love podcasts is I do a lot of photo editing, and I love having it in the background.
yeah.
Yeah, I just have. Yeah, I don't know. It's,
Yes.
It's a bit of white noise.
Yeah, it helps.
Like some nights when I can't sleep, I'll just have a podcast running and I'll conk out. Like,
Nice.
yeah.
So you'll put on this podcast.
Yeah, I'll
You
put on my
like,
own podcast and I'll listen to my voice.
So boring.
Rockabye, baby. Like, it just conk out.
Actually, I put your podcast on TV the other night. The one with you in it, and I was like, I was watching you guys watch it. Talk about it, and then I was like so into it. You know, like when your focus is on TV, it's completely different to when you're on computer.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe I should encourage people to get like, maybe everyone that subscribes to my channel should get a free Chromecast or some shit like that. And then they can watch me on big TV. That like,
Yeah. Like your focus just changes. It's
just
the
kidding,
dynamics of TV, you know.
Can we hook that up, Chromecast? Can we hook that up?
Google.
Google, throw it out there.
Google.
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
Whichever company it is. Whichever company it is, just let's hook it up, please.
Yeah. No, you get onto it then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just call Google. Hold up. Let me just call Google.
It's so funny. My brother works at Google as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way in hell I'll get that deal. But yeah, it was interesting thought. But yeah. So you were saying about the us on TV.
Yeah. I was just watching it on TV, and as you watch it on TV, you sort of dive into the conversation a lot more. You get so hooked
Yeah.
with what you guys are saying.
That's weird. So when you watched it on the computer, you didn't get into it.
Well, I mean, when you use
I
a
can't
computer,
hear.
you're always
Oh, yeah.
multitasking, right?
There you
You're
go.
always doing something else, so you're not really listening.
Yeah. You're like playing Plants vs Zombies.
Yeah.
Or,
But there's something so
Watching porn.
but there's something really
Didn't want to say it.
soothing
Yeah.
about like listening to people talking in the background. Like maybe it's my line of work, you know, I'm here like a hermit all day long, like staring at that screen editing.
Yeah.
That like just when I have another human voice, it used to be television, but now because I don't have TV and I don't watch TV, it's just rubbish on there now. Like just to have another, like I'll have a podcast running on my second computer. If I'm just doing basic things like syncing audio or whatever, I don't need to concentrate 100%.
Yeah.
Then I can have a podcast running, and it just relaxes me, you know, like hearing another voice.
Do you feel alone?
Yeah, no, not alone, dude. I can go see my girlfriend whenever. It's just you know, but get on the phone. But I don't know. It's like it's just something about.
Nah,
but yeah, because
I'm the same.
I think that's the one thing I miss about corporate work is really just having interaction with people at the office. Like, and lean back and go, hey, you know, Carol Lee, plug a shout out to Carol Lee. But just like Carol Lee, you know, blah blah blah. That's what's happening. Like, you know, but now it's just nobody. Just turn around and there's another fucking screen. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I make an effort to annoy this guy every now and then during days.
yeah, I do that as well. But I get the distinct feeling whenever I call him, he's like, yeah, so I got to go now.
Yeah. I'm doing stuff, guys. Come on. What are you guys
No,
doing?
you got nothing else better to do than talk to me. Come on, bro.
So,
Yeah.
so the whole topic of today's podcast is pick on Jason.
Yeah.
My number is.
Fucking hate that guy. Really, I swear?
No, we should do that. So pretend to say your number and I go beep. Like,
0404.
You were actually going to say
you were going to say, like, what the hell?
Well, you got to bleep it out.
I'm not going to beep shit out there.
You could have just said 0404 040
555.
440.
Call me now.
I didn't get it, guys.
So anyway, on my last train of thought, so we know this guy, Jason's released a short film recently, and yeah, it was pretty good. So we've already plugged his short film. Now,
Wait, so what do you do? Does anyone know what you do? Like, you do videos,
Do you
right?
even?
Do you even
video?
make videos? Yeah, I make videos. I do what Kian does, but I like to make
But better.
short films.
But better.
No, not
It's true.
better.
So you would call yourself a filmmaker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make-
No, because
make
I am like I fancy myself as a filmmaker, but in reality I do more video production than anything else. Whereas Jason's more sort of in line with the whole filmmaking and all that kind of shit. So,
Cinematography.
so directing.
Paul.
So I'm a cinematographer to get that right.
Poor artist. That's more in my line.
Yeah. So
This is so fancy in here.
I know. Check out this room. It's like nerdgasm.
nerdgasm. I know.
It's nerd
It's
heaven.
alright. It's not that great.
Yeah, lucky I've got a girlfriend now. If I had to bring girls back here, there's no way I'll get laid. Like, hey, look at my statue
Depends, man.
What?
Depends.
collection. What, nerd girls?
Yeah,
Comic
nerd
con
girls
girls.
have changed. Girls have changed. The scene has changed
Really?
out there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. The cosplay. We talked about this in the last podcast, man. Hot girls.
This is something that you could ask the audience. Like, what do you think? If you came to this room, would you be aroused?
Maybe you should do a tour of this room. I think you should do a tour of this room. It's really cool.
I think Lisa
I
would
got
have a
pretty
problem
wet
with
when
that.
It's not your bedroom.
bring random girls in. And go, hey, so would you?
No.
No.
Yeah.
We're asking the audience. They don't get a free trip here.
All right.
They'll just say, if they, because some girls might be into the whole
Lightsabers.
lightsabers,
samurai
Samurai
katanas,
katanas
Iron Man helmets, and just Star Wars
paraphernalia.
paraphernalia. Yeah.
And Attack of the 50-Foot Woman,
Yeah.
like old films and stuff.
Yeah, I was actually looking for more vintage movie posters, but this was the only one that was there, so I grabbed that. It's not like I have a love for this film. I actually after I bought this poster, that's when I watched the film. I'm like, oh, maybe I should watch it just so I don't look like one of those douchebags that have movie posters and hasn't even seen the film,
That's what I do.
So yeah, seriously, what poster? No, I'm not talking about I'm talking about classic things. Guys, some guys say
Yeah.
Like they have
pretend
like
to know,
Audrey
like,
Hepburn
they
and
know all
stuff.
about fucking certain movies and they haven't watched it.
Yeah, that's me.
Really?
The other week, how you
We
guys
should quiz him.
did all that comic book stuff.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Dude, that's the reason why I called these guys in because
Goon Squad.
the
Goon Squad Assemble.
Goon Squad Assemble. Because they don't. I'm not that. Like I said, I was a very late bloomer in that scene, because growing up it was more like me. It was like Legos and going out and riding push bikes and playing hide and seek with the neighbors and climbing up in trees and shit. Like I didn't really get into the whole.
You know
comic book
why?
thing.
It's cool to be a nerd now these days.
Yeah, it's cool to be a nerd. No, it's not even that. It's that, I reckon if I had the means to, I would be more into it. But it's the reality is honestly, it's because growing up having immigrant parents that didn't speak English very well anyway, they didn't understand. They didn't really get that whole thing. So for me, it was like seriously. Trying to get video games at the end of the year was like, oh, mum, can I get Mortal Kombat for Christmas, or can I get my Super Nintendo or whatever? It was a bit of a stretch to try and get those things. So
Yeah.
I just made do with very little.
I think the reason why I got into comics and stuff because you could
Yeah.
buy comic books from Woolworths for about 50 cents.
Oh, that's
I
a
might
lie.
be showing my age.
No, I bought comics at Woolies as well, but it was Snoopy comics, Snoopy and what is it? That fucking Viking comic. What's
Asterisk.
yeah, Asterix.
That was the good
a whole
stuff,
collection
man.
of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good shit. I never got into Marvel or anything like that.
I think my
Very
first
late
comic
life.
was The Phantom.
That's a cool comic though, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was cool back then, but
No, I don't know anything
Billy
about the comic.
Zane.
Yeah, all I know is Billy
Skull
Zane.
thing.
Yeah, Billy Zane. That was the one.
Yeah, that guy age has not treated that guy well. Like he was such a handsome guy when he was younger. I know he's like this weird bald patch and shit, but
I thought he was always
Yeah.
bald. He's the
No idea who
Phantom.
that
no,
is.
but have you seen his wife? Oh my god.
I haven't seen
Well,
it.
anyway,
Whatever it is, I'll do
this
it.
conversation
Splice
is
it.
delving into the
Splice it
versions of the.
What was your first comic?
Spider-Man. It was literally Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then on the back page of it, there was Deadpool, but I had no idea who he was.
It was just a different
I was like,
costume.
I was
Spider-Man.
like, oh, cool, different costume Spider-Man.
Do you guys remember
Literally.
those they had those Marvel cards back
Yeah.
in the day?
Oh, yeah,
Trading
yeah.
cards,
And you
they're
could
like
get the
basketball
special
cards.
shiny guard,
Yeah.
it had glitter and shit in it.
Dude, I've got one.
Ultra Flare.
I've got a Spider-Man.
Can
one
you show
there.
us?
You want to
I
you
want
want
to see it. Yeah,
Alright.
it might bring back memories.
Podcast pause.
Because they had the
Let's
they
talk
had the
about some
basketball cards.
Let's talk about some serious issues.
Yeah, they
Nah,
had
I
the
can't.
basketball. card.
Basketball cards, and it had the Ultra Flare basketball cards. And so when the comic
No way.
Yeah, that's
Marvel
it.
brought out the ones.
That's the only one I have left from my childhood.
That's hectic.
I have a katana there, so don't even think about it.
You guys,
That's
check
mad.
it out. Like,
Yeah, I've had
Yeah,
that since I was a little kid.
But even the basketball cards thing,
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about basketball, and I was just like, oh, I got to get these trading cards.
Yeah.
So I remember there was a trading shop in Cabramatta in BKK.
There was one in Fairfield, near Fairfield Station.
Yeah, I didn't go to Fairfield. It wasn't that cool, but
Yeah,
I was in
and everyone had the copy of Beckett's to try and find the value of each card, right?
Man, I didn't understand because I'd go to BKK, the basketball card shop, and I'm like, I want that one, like the Michael Jordan shiny freaking that one. And she's like, yeah, it's in this pack. Go home, open it. It's not in the pack.
Oh, you got punked. No, but you know what?
From the local tobacconist.
I reckon the basketball trading card, like growing up, because like I'm a bit older than you guys, but we're still part of the same generation, right?
We're the
And
same age.
yes, anyway, that was our first taste of like markets and shares and all that kind of shit. Like we got that concept, that grasp of like, oh, something has a higher value than what it's intrinsically worth, you know. We're introduced to that. But now I just had this conversation with a friend not long ago, and because he runs a jeweler, and he was like, you know, kids these days, what I'm seeing is that they're actually one of the first generations to buy shit that's worthless. Like they'll go out and buy, like, spend $1,000 on a phone, and like 3 months later it's worth nothing. Like back in his day, he's even older than me. He goes, they used to, like, whenever they had $1,000, they'll go buy a gold watch, or you know, and you can, it's heirloom, or it's still worth something like later on in life. Like now it's fucking just, it's throwaway shit.
I actually saw an article. I didn't get to read it though, unfortunately, but it was along the gist of they're selling the retro, like the old iPods, for about $30,000.
No way.
Fuck.
Oh yeah,
What?
so
No way.
Yeah,
The original iPod.
yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna dig through my collection of old tech then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've still got old. My entire phone collection from day dot is still down there. I've got it on display.
bullshit. Do you have a 3210?
Which one's a 3210?
Like the old Nokia?
Yeah,
I had a 3310
Really?
floating
Yeah.
around.
Dude,
60.
shots.
it doesn't work anymore though.
6110.
So that box is full of old.
No. Whatever's on display in that second last shelf there.
I actually
I'll
saw
show you a
someone.
bit later because I don't want to stand up again because
Yeah.
all the cables. Are like,
No, because I was curious. Because I thought you were like a drug dealer with like heaps of phones. and shit.
Oh yeah, but no, it's
He's
that.
not.
It's
Is he?
what's that show on TV with Walter White?
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. You know, the lawyer has got all these, pulls out a drawer and he's got all these phones and shit. That's hilarious. Now these phones don't even work anymore. Like half of them. My BlackBerry still works, and
When I saw that, I thought he was a teacher and he just confiscated a whole bunch of kids' phones.
me teaching. Oh my god, that'd be. What would I teach, man? So
You reckon that happens these days in school? It's like, oh, give me your phone.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that the teacher will confiscate it and then they'll have to give it back.
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't. It's
That's
been a
another
while.
topic.
Since,
I don't think it's phones. I think it's shoes. To be honest, have you seen fucking what these shoes are worth? Like this whole sneaker craze.
man,
What?
they pay like $400, $500 for a pair of shoes.
No, upwards,
from
man.
there.
Like
I don't
crazy.
get it.
Yeah.
I think we know someone like that. Adam.
Oh, yeah.
He's an Air Force One guy.
Yeah.
I'm actually in pre-production now for a documentary about the whole sneaker craze.
Yeah,
Oh,
so,
cool.
Yeah. So
Nice.
I've approached like a whole bunch of people in the community, and they're pretty keen to help out.
Kickstand crew.
Yeah, kickstand crew.
kickstand,
Yeah. So I'm gonna do a little thing, but obviously it's a bit late in the year to do that kind of stuff. But I'm just planning it out, like doing my research and trying to plan out a
That'd be
story.
cool.
Yeah. So
Can you hook us up with some free shoes?
No. I wouldn't want to get fucking free shoes from, but I just want to talk to people that are in the know and can tell me about this whole craze. You know, like just trying to shed some light on this whole culture because. I'm a bit of an old fart and I'm kind of out of it, so I can see this thing, but from an outsider looking in, rather than I don't really have an idea of what.
You're not.
It's good to be. It's good to be objective. Even
Yeah.
because you're not part of that culture. It's good to be
Yeah.
objective and looking.
Isn't it
into
just
it
a bunch of
and-
guys flashing money? Like I can buy the most rarest shoes.
No, man, it's like you know how it's like. It's passion. Like for us, it's camera gear. Like we'll sit there and fucking spend like a few grand on like I've got like matte boxes and shit that I don't use. I'm like, yeah, it'd be fucking cool to have it on the camera, but
I think it is a lot like the trading cards because
Yeah.
it's actual value.
it's a perishable though. Like you wear it and then it just wears out. And some guys,
Yeah,
you know,
but
they
even
spend like
these
$1,000 on a pair of like Jordans, right? And if they don't, because you know the rubber on the soles of the shoes, they react with oxygen over time. So they get harder and brittle and shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
because like for the lifetime of a shoe, it might last you a year and a bit, right? Like that's not long enough. But these guys have it on the shelf for like years,
That's
and they
why.
deteriorate.
That's why you put it. You
Wrap
case
it,
it in
shrink
a
wrap it.
box
Airtight, right?
in a vacuum.
Yeah. No, I'm
people
serious.
actually
You're making
do
fun
that.
of it. People actually do that.
People actually do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
they
okay.
they vacuum like they get these perspex boxes and they pump out air and shit.
They don't wear the
They
shoes.
don't wear it. No.
Yeah.
No. And also like after a certain amount of time when they have it there, if they haven't sort of done all that like vacuum box shit, they can't wear it anymore because it's as soon as they bend their toes, the sole just cracks.
It'll be brittle.
Yeah, so it's just basically a display item after that. So, but
It really is like the training cards. Do you remember back in the day, people had Pogs?
oh yeah,
And or like
I was the biggest pog pimp.
I liked Pog.
Pogs or
Pog
like
pimp.
Tarzas or whatever. And you had like those
Yeah.
slammer ones, the ones that was a skull.
Yeah.
But
I used to use the 50-cent coin as a slammer.
that works good. But people would choose not to use their slammer because it was worth more if it wasn't chipped or
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
scratches
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same kind of concept with these shoes.
But what about the cards? Were you were in the area where people used to flick cards? But
Yeah.
obviously not these because these are collectible. But people used to flick like say footy cards. You know, like you had Mal Meninga and a card, like it was.
Sorry,
we used to
Mal.
flick them. And anyway, what we used to do the cheat was just wrap our special card in sticky tape so it was more rigid and fly further.
Flicking cards.
Yeah,
I remember
cards.
that, yeah.
We made our own rules. Like if we
I
had an
remember the
open
flicking,
space.
that one.
Yeah.
If we had an open space, then it was the lamest name, but we call it Faries or whatever we were to call it at that time,
just a
right?
wall,
Like
you
you
bring it
flick
at a
it, and
wall.
whoever gets the closest to the wall that touching it would win everything underneath. Or
Oh,
like you play
yeah.
kiss, and like basically you flick it, and then the first person to kiss that card, like whatever card you land on top, you keep the cards underneath your card.
That's like that 20-cent game, the one that you flick it against the wall and then if it lands, it's very similar.
Oh yeah, I know. So, yeah.
Except you win the money.
Alright, yeah.
There's an idea for a segment: how to play old games like
So
these card games.
where do I download this app?
Flappy
Yeah.
card.
Flappy card.
Oh no, that'd be good. It'd be fun.
Actually, talking about valuing things like that's not worth it. There was like a whole bunch of phones that would download. They downloaded a Flappy Bird, and then after a while they just
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah,
Yeah, and then,
because he got pissed off with everyone saying, "Oh, you motherfucker!" He was getting a lot of abuse because it was so hard. Anyway, you tell the story.
and then they thought he the creator thought, hey, I'm just gonna take this off for whatever reason.
yeah, because he was copping a lot of flack.
Yeah. So once that was off the Play Store market or like whatever
It's
they
off
had.
iTunes market.
Yeah,
It
iTunes
stayed on the
market.
Play Store, Google Play Store.
It did.
Just not. Oh, okay. I
Just
didn't
not on
know that.
iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, like a whole bunch of phones went up online, on eBay.
Yeah, no one bought those. Like, I actually was like trying to troll, and I took a photo of my Samsung S3 at the time, and it was like, I'm selling it for $3,000. It's in bad condition, but it's got Flappy Bird on it. I'll take no less than $3,000.
No one bought it. Yeah,
No.
3,000 was.
No.
Still, I reckon if you started for like say $1,000, someone.
People were like, "Why is it so cheap?" Like, but yeah, man. Like, I don't know. It was because of that game that was so. When someone introduced it to me, my brother actually showed it to me, and he's like, "You should play this game. It's so hard." And I played it once. I'm like, "Nope, I'm not gonna get into
No,
this."
I refuse to play phone games now because my girlfriend got me onto this one game called Triple Town. Man, I fucking killed so many hours playing that. Like I was
Yeah,
like,
shit.
my productivity went down completely, and I'm like, nah, dude, this is not healthy. So I had to like
Yeah.
delete
Let
it.
it go.
Yeah,
I still play Plants vs Zombies, man.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I waste so much time on that as well.
I don't even play that shit anymore. I don't play any games. My mum's just, addicted to Candy Crush. I kept a secret from her for ages. And one day she got like I was because we got her a tablet. She goes, "Oh, what's this thing? Someone's messaging me because she's very new to the concept of Facebook."
Yeah.
So she goes, "What's this message? Like people keep inviting this person invite." I'm like, "Mum, they didn't invite you. It's like an automated thing where when they're playing the game, they want more credits or whatever. I automatically send out an invite." Because she was sitting there going, "Oh, how sweet! Someone's inviting me to play a game." I'm like, "Mum, no one fucking invited you to do anything." Anyway, she was so curious. She goes, "I installed for me," because she was bored. So I installed it for her, and now like every day she's on this bloody game.
She's addicted.
Yeah,
So your mom's on Facebook?
yeah, she's on Facebook.
Can I add her?
No.
Is your parents on Facebook?
Oh, my mum is. Oh,
Shit.
maybe
Yours?
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both my parents are on Facebook.
I know. As soon,
Even my grandma.
I've got a mate that messaged
Your
me straight
grandma's
away.
on
My
Facebook?
grandma's on Facebook.
Your grandma's on Facebook.
I'm
Man,
Facebook
wow.
friends with my grandma.
That's
Wow.
that's
And
And
crazy.
it's even worse because your family can speak English, right? Like,
Oh,
so they
yeah.
know exactly what you're up to and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Whereas
try
my
not to-
my mum doesn't really know English that well. Like, she
Yeah.
can't. She can read and write and speak, but vocabulary is limited, and she just can be fucked, to be honest. Like, so if anything comes up with my name on it, she's like, yeah, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
but
It's whatever.
yeah, with you guys,
I'm quite sure that my parents don't check Facebook as much. Although something, there might be like pictures of me from a really bad night, and they'll see that, and then they'll approach me about it. But
Who's this girl under your arm?
oh, jeez,
It's me.
no, but yeah, because I when my dad
I
was
didn't know
on
you
it.
smoked, Don.
Oh, jeez, I don't, by the way.
When did you start smoking crack? It's on Facebook.
Hey, can I have some?
Is that true?
But yeah, I don't know, man. I think we were actually going to talk about Facebook and social media.
we're actually.
What do your parents talk about on Facebook? Do they say
They don't do
just
anything.
like stuff, eh?
They just
They just have
look
it,
through
right?
stuff. Yeah,
What did your parents talk about on Facebook?
I don't know, man.
it's a weird.
I don't follow it.
It's a weird.
It's all in like
Vietnamese?
Vietnamese. And
It's a weird thing. Like I posted up some status about standing in line at the bank and some old guy fighting, and then I the next time I saw my mom, she's like, "So how was the bank?
Oh yeah, I saw that status update.
Was it smelly?" And I was like, "Well,
That's cool.
And I realized that that's how people react nowadays.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people
But
will
you
be
know-
like, "Hey, did you see that status that I wrote?
Yeah.
Hey, did you see that picture, that video?" And then they'll make you check Facebook. Or
You know,
they'll make
fuck
you
it,
check-
man. Because I think like everyone's like, oh, when old people get on fucking Facebook, it's gonna like the end of Facebook. I'm like, fuck it, man. I grew up with the motto like, you behave like your mum's watching. You know what I mean? And I think that's what's missing, because all these fucking trolls on YouTube comments like, oh, you're fucking gay and this is fake and you're a fucking poofta. And like now they've made it so that, you have to have a Google Plus account. And I think
is
fucking
great.
it's good on them, because now it's like people are like not such fucking keyboard warriors now, and they don't go start fucking talking shit. Like Facebook's the same deal. Like if your family's on there, you're gonna behave a little bit differently if you think whatever, So
yeah.
I saw a great article about this. She was a game review girl who basically, like, there was a whole bunch of commenters commenting on her reviews saying that they were going to rape her. And what she did was
yes.
she told their moms.
Yeah.
I
sent it to their
thought
mums.
that was absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, she sent a screen cap of what her son wrote and sent it to the mum, and one of them was like, "Oh, that little shit. Okay, I'll talk to him, whatever."
Yeah.
And now she's like blown up, because I subscribed to her after I saw that status.
Yeah, actually, I follow her.
I follow her now.
What was her name?
Alana something, is it?
Yeah,
Alana.
something along
Yeah,
those
it's like
lines.
this porn star kind of name, but it's no Alana. It doesn't sound like a porn star. Alana something like.
No,
Yeah.
it sounds like
I don't know, just-
Lana
just-
Del Rey.
Yeah,
That's my mum's name, man.
Lana Del Rey.
No, Alana Del Rey sounds like a musician. I don't know.
That
Anyway.
is a musician.
Oh really? Oh, okay. Anyway,
Sorry to the girl that.
yeah, no. It's not. It's not a dig. I'm just like, it was just.
No, we're just saying we
it's not a
don't
dig.
remember your name, so sorry.
But
That's
she,
it, yeah.
Is she hot?
I followed.
remember.
She's a good looking girl. But I went on YouTube and then I watched. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, more Aussie YouTubers. That's what we need more of. So I subscribed to it. So
Oh, awesome stuff,
yeah,
man.
yeah. She's a gamer chick. So
There is a bit of a YouTube community in Australia.
no collaboration whatsoever.
Who do you know?
these little
It
pockets.
just
Because I know-
moves a bit slower than
There's a,
Americans.
typical Australian.
there are some collaborations. I can't remember who they were.
'Cause I know-
I remember like Christian Joseph used to collaborate with. There was a guy called Charisma, like a rapper in Melbourne.
Oh,
And they-
Christian is in your mate.
Yeah,
Christian.
Christian Joseph. So yeah, they would do some collaborative stuff. Mia Rihanna, who is
The dancer.
she dances, she can sing, and I think she's just like a Tumblr YouTube personality.
Not the one that was on dance. So you think you can dance or whatever that.
I'm
game-
not sure. I don't remember,
right,
but
right.
she's
Who is she again?
Mia Rihanna. She's
Rihanna,
like a-
no.
yeah,
Oh no,
she's-
no,
someone
somebody
else,
else. I
she's
thought you said Rihanna.
she's just
Rhiannon
a
or whatever.
YouTube celebrity or a personality. She's also friends with Sarah Ellen, who's that eyebrow girl.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
saw
so-
it.
Man, dude,
bidding.
I saw that thing and I thought, oh yeah, that's a good looking like little. She's gonna go up to be a good looking woman, right? Anyway, she's everywhere now. I see posters of her. Like she's like a face
she's
of not sports
Super A
girl,
or
one
something.
one of those. She's blown up. So, and she's good friends with that kid that was on the X Factor, the voice.
Jai Watford.
Jai, yeah.
No
So,
idea.
yeah,
who those
I
people
keep up with
Small
this shit,
world,
man.
I
yeah.
I
You're
know
not
this
that
stuff
old.
because my little cousins
Really
went to
into
go
it?
see him at Blacktown.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's he doing now these days?
I have no idea.
It's a fucking shame, man. All these people like with talent and shit, and they don't like, nothing happens
Well,
because
yeah.
the fucking landscape in Australia is so
So broad.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's just like there's no. I don't know. Like we have this discussion all the time on the podcast when I talk to filmmakers. Like, where the fuck is the content? There's all these people that have the skill and shit, and like maybe it's the lack of audience or the lack of money or just I don't know what it is, but no one fucking seems to like be doing anything. And it's not for a lack of want. Like, there's plenty of people that want to do shit, and for some reason nothing happens. Like
it feels like to me that with the music industry is really driven by reality TV shows.
Yeah.
Here in Australia.
Yeah.
Like a lot of artists are created from X Factor, Idol.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
It's funny you say that because I was supposed to have the boys from YMS come in tonight to
talk
film
about
a podcast from my other segment, but
YMS.
Yeah,
YMS.
Yeah. Anyway, they had some issues with their press or something, some other scheduling conflict, so we rescheduled. But,
So that's why we're in here today with the
yeah,
fillers.
The fillers. The fillers. No, man.
Goon
We are
Squad.
YMS.
No. I was always thinking about calling you boys out and doing like a regular segment. It's because like getting guests into podcasts is really cool because I learn a lot and it's interesting, you know. But I can't ask these people to come in all the time, and I need sort of like I have all this stuff that I want to say and shit, and then it's like it's hard to like when you bring in guests. You can't talk over the top of them, you know. So it's like it's more about learning about them more than anything else. But like
And whatever they're plugging, sort of thing.
yeah, whatever they're plugging. But like I wanted to do.
We're like
an
an open forum right now.
Yeah, like an open forum, so we can just shoot the shit and drink beers and stuff. So
Awesome. I'm gonna piss.
yeah. So
I thought he was joking.
Yeah, I know. He just stood up. Like anyway.
Are we gonna keep rolling?
Yeah, we'll just keep.
Let's
I hate that mustache guy.
hate that guy. But no, we'll keep rolling. I mean, it's not like Quaz said much anyway.
It's not like we missed.
It's not like we're gonna miss one.
Quad's fired.
No, we're kidding.
Yeah,
We know you're watching this, Qua. Why?
Yeah, you know, well, like,
No, we know you're listening to this while you do your editing. Quad.
Yeah.
No, you know what? It's lucky that I didn't use lavalier mics, wireless for lavalier mics, because we'll be here. You can take a piss right now.
Oh, that'd be so good.
You know
That's
what?
so
And the
funny.
thing, I wouldn't even cut it out of the final video. I just leave it in there as well. I take a piss. We should fake some noises. Get a cup and start pouring beer into it.
But yeah, what were we talking about?
We're talking about Facebook.
Yeah,
and,
we're just on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna go and talk about like half baked stories about on Facebook.
Yeah.
Far out.
Like what?
It's just like a lot of these posts. It's like the clickbait. It goes hand in hand with clickbait and poor journalism.
If anyone doesn't know what clickbait is, I'm sure you would have seen it on Facebook. Basically, it's a title that makes you want to click it. It's like this person let someone slap them, and what happens next is amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like one of those things.
It's like these four guys got together and did a podcast, and what happens next is amazing.
What are we talking about?
We're talking about clickbait and
we spoke about this on the first podcast with you. Remember? Like clickbait, like you know those BuzzFeed headlines where Don walks into four guys walk into a bar, and what happens next will blow your mind.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it wasn't
kind of-
just about that. It was it's about like poorly written articles and how resourceful are people when they go to read these articles, because like.
But that's not the problem. The problem is knee-jerk sharing, is what I call it. Like people will see a post and go, "Oh my god, the New South Wales government's closing all the roads down," and they'll just fucking share it without even a second thought. You know, like all these fake articles.
I have to admit, I'm quite guilty of that. I shared this. It was
Isn't
like
that a very Australian thing, but
to just share or to panic.
yeah, it's like, well, did you hear about that thing on the news? Like old Aussie bogan kind of talk.
I don't know. I don't know if that's or maybe it's just a human.
We should do
thing
we should do a whole podcast just talking in that voice.
Aussie accent.
Oh yeah.
Yes, go on. What did you hear about on Facebook?
But then again, my accent's kind of Aussie anyway. When I speak.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty.
I'm
philo
trying my
to
best
me,
to
bro.
sound like sexy and deep and shit. Yeah. And
like
I
radio
I just sound like
hosts.
a freaking one of those cunts from Cabra.
I think you'll have to beat that out. Oh no, you'll be right.
Sorry.
I've been swearing my ass off, so it's all good.
We need more beer.
Hey,
Man.
this is not TV. So
This is a PG rated.
You want more
kids.
beer? You want more beer?
Yeah, I want a beer.
All right, I'll go get some beers. Fucking, what do you think I am, man? The beer man?
Hey,
beer
man.
All right.
Supposed to be at home
Yeah, just
editing.
keep talking.
Yeah, we'll
talk
keep
shit about me if you
talking.
want.
But yeah, those articles and stuff. I have to admit, I've been guilty of. I saw like a list of luxury watches that you could buy for under $200.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, share it. Because
Yeah.
just a hint,
Oh,
trying to hit. That's what I want for Christmas. And my friends like pointed out that it was clickbait because the picture on the front of it was a Rolex, and all the other watches inside weren't really.
I don't think you'll find any Rolex for like
Or
200.
less than 200. No, that's not true. You
Really?
can find a Rolex in the Philippines for less than $200. It may not be an actual Rolex, but
But
What's
it
the
will,
filler
it will
currency?
say Rolex.
the pesos.
Peso?
Pesos.
Peso.
Putang ni mo pesos?
Wow. Cheers, man.
What are we talking about now?
We're just talking. We're talking about the same
Talking
thing.
about how Don gets scammed on Facebook with those like, you can buy this for free, just share it 20 times or some shit.
Yeah.
No, I've seen so many people do that. They did it on
I'm guilty
Instagram.
of that.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of that.
No.
So many camera.
I know you're the first one. As soon as it's got to do with camera gear,
Camera
bang,
gear.
bang, bang, I'll get some fucking post, some like message about it.
Usually, when it comes to watches though, like I want to like
He's a watchman.
I like watches. But anyway, speaking of watches, can everybody have a look at Kian's watch? 'Cause
Oh,
that looks pretty
I recently got an LGG Watch R,
Thank you.
and so now I've got like fake
aviator.
like Rolex faces and shit. So
That's really cool.
Yeah.
It looks
But
pretty cool.
It's the future, man.
How's the battery life
Yeah.
on that?
it's about a day and a half.
That's pretty good, man.
It's okay. I mean,
I
it's
didn't-
another thing to plug onto the.
I didn't wear my Pebble today.
I've got a
Yeah, because you got
Casio.
a Pebble Steel, right?
I've got the Pebble, the original one, and the Pebble Steel.
Oh, nice.
So I'm not wearing it today. So,
Oh, yeah, I got to
sorry.
get a watch, guys.
Oh, that's the new.
Yeah.
invisible
Oh,
one.
that's that new Asian flesh
Yeah, yeah.
watch.
Oh,
it's
Asian flesh, yeah.
hair o'clock.
Batteries are out.
Cheers.
Cheers to podcasters.
To podcasts.
It's
To
a
the Goon
podcast.
Squad.
To podcasts.
Yeah.
I know.
So what I want to talk about now is hair.
Go for it,
Hair.
man.
Like facial hair or
Any hair.
bumhole hair?
Because let's address the elephant in the room or the moustache in the room, ladies and
Ah,
gentlemen.
like what you did.
Yeah.
Yes,
Dude, you
ma'am.
need a shave, man.
Because somebody in this group has a more epic moustache than the rest of us.
Yes.
And
So
yeah, for an Asian, that's pretty substantial moustache.
I know, that's pretty impressive. Like I can't grow hair. Like
I quickly
like
did
that.
this before I came, but
What are you doing to people who are listening
Yeah,
and not
but-
watching?
okay.
So you're curling your
So
mustache.
does that just happen naturally, or what is that?
It started off as a joke. So my girlfriend was like, because I was like,
Taxi.
Happy birthday.
it's either that or people
I
say
just dropped the
taxi.
bottle on the floor.
I didn't get it, but yeah. Yeah, so my girl, I started growing it a little bit because I wanted that, that rough look. And she's like, it looks stupid and I don't think you can grow it any thicker.
Right.
And I was like, I wanted to prove her wrong, so I just kept growing it.
Was your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Can I say a name on?
Yeah, Grace.
Yeah, Grace. Yeah.
I grew this to piss off Grace.
Sup, Grace?
So what do you do in terms of maintenance for this thing?
I use a bit of hairspray and I have this,
Really?
yeah, and I have this mini GHD curler. And I sit there for 10 minutes and I just try.
Wait, you serious about the GHD?
Yeah,
No,
like
no.
Qua's got the most epic like candlebar mustache that curls up. He looks like I don't know. What do you look like? You look like those. You look like you should be wearing suspenders and riding a unicycle. That's what you
There's
like,
an old.
do.
There's an old. There's an old Cartoon Network cartoon called Dastardly Dog or Dastardly Dave or something like that. There was like a guy who had like that.
Oh, and the dog.
moustache. Yeah, the dog that laughed.
Yes,
yeah.
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 I can't do it. That's the one. There you go. There you go. Do you remember that one? We
No,
really
no,
are
no.
showing our age.
You guys are fucking old.
But yeah, the people that know that will know that. But yeah, to tell us, so it's dude.
What's it like having a mo like this?
Yeah, because not all of us can be bestowed with such
It's-
greatness on our face.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
like, such great genetics.
At first it was cool, like everyone looks. So when I walk through shopping centers, people always like, they're always like that. I get a
I
lot
look
of,
surprised.
yeah, I get a lot of little kids like staring at me, and I'm like, yeah, I try to I scare them out. I'm like, but I always get asked the question, is that real? I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, it's real.
And then the next question, the follow-up question is, can I touch it? Right?
Yeah, can I touch it?
Yeah.
And how do you do that? You're Asian. How the hell did you grow that?
I have to admit,
Yeah.
I've never touched
yeah.
it, and I've never wanted to touch your mustache.
Just touch it. Just touch it, man.
You know, like,
Okay.
It's weird, right?
He's like, don't reach over and just touch the fucking mustache.
Do you want to touch it as well?
I actually want to touch.
You might as well just get it out of the way.
Like 2 months. For like 2 months, I've been thinking, wonder what it feels like. You know, you shot my friend's wedding, Jessica.
Oh
Yeah, because
sweating
and she messaged me, and no, I messaged my friend and go, hey, because her older brother is a really good friend of mine.
Yeah.
So I messaged him and go, hey, my friend's shooting Jess's wedding today because I couldn't come because I was working. And he goes, oh, the guy with the mo, yeah, I know. The guy with his exact message was the guy with the awesome mo. Yeah, I know.
I think it works well because you're a photographer.
It's a trademark.
You want people to look at you.
That's the thing. Yeah, I started.
I know they're like
started trademarking with his
photographers, like the
mustache.
most vain, like self-absorbed motherfuckers.
Totally fucking agree with you, man.
I thought you were gonna say that they would they blend into the background.
Nah,
No,
man.
that's video guys are the ones that blend into the background. We dress in black, daggy shoes, whatever. Like photographers rock up in like silver jackets. They look like they're about to go on stage. Like
Are you
some of
a
those guys,
silver
man.
That is
jacket
so
kind of guy?
I am.
This guy, I've seen him at a wedding. He's
know,
got like his
sequins and
suspenders.
shit, like-
Yeah. he's-
Look, it's true. It's true. But hey, you go on my Facebook page. I don't shove it in your face. I don't
No,
shove my
that's-
photography in
that's
your
true.
face.
Yeah, that is
There's
true,
a lot of
that's
fucking photographers that'll be like, oh, I shot a fucking photo of a homeless guy today. You know,
You know,
That is
I
true.
Black
refuse.
and white
Like
and
I
shit.
do a lot of street photography, and I refuse to shoot homeless people. I just out of a principle, I don't.
Yeah,
shoot them.
man.
It's like a bit exploitative.
Exploitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They would bleed on the street if you shot them.
That's a dad joke, man. Now you're showing your age.
That's yeah.
I don't get it.
And you know what's sad? He hasn't even got a kid yet.
I don't have any kids that I know of.
No, but
Any girls that know Don.
And then he goes,
No, let's not do that.
it's like this little filler.
yeah,
kid.
you know what? I should open make this podcast live and open a hotline and go, hey, so any girls that know Don would like to call in? Yeah, lines are open. And have the red phone, a bat phone. Just have a bat phone in the middle of the
That
table.
is a very bad idea. Let's not do that.
I wouldn't know that.
Stay in school, kids.
Drugs are bad. Okay.
Drugs are bad.
But yeah, so what's your routine when you wake up in the morning? Do you have to at night? Do you have to clean it? Do you have to? What's the?
What does it have to clean?
Yeah,
I'm
and
getting
what's-
dirty thoughts now.
What's the grossest thing that has been caught up in that mustache?
I'll get a lot of food, like the flavor saver.
Flavor saver, yeah. I thought that was a bit down here.
But man, I feel I'm getting a bit stupid these days because I do put a bit of hairspray in there,
Yeah.
and sometimes I do have the habit of like licking
Licking
my
it.
mo, and I think I'm licking like hairspray. So
But it's not toxic though. Like
okay, so
no,
I'm
it
alright.
wouldn't be because it goes in your skin. It has to
It
be
depends.
non-toxic.
Probably if you have the water-based hairspray.
Oh, and actually,
Yeah,
but
I
it
don't
could
know.
be just be non-toxic for this topical application. It
you
might
guys are
still
freaking me
be
out now, fuck.
non-ingestible.
But check
Yeah.
if it's
Google
flammable,
MD.
then maybe it's bad.
I mean,
Google
yeah.
MD.
We'll keep going, man, because these fuckers, like when I got bitten by a leech, like I posted up on Facebook that I got bitten by a leech, and everyone was just like posting up like articles about fucking horror stories from leech bites and shit. And it was freaking me out. man.
Did I do something like that? I'm pretty sure I would have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did it as well. If I go back, I'm sure fucking people like posted. Like my friend was posting a thing going, people are getting blood poisoning from leech bites and all this fucking bullshit, trying to freak me out. And I was playing tough online, going, so yeah, laughing. But inside, I'm like, fuck, man, I hope I don't get fucking gangrene and shit. It's
like Googling shit.
I went to the bathroom, like rubbing Dettol all over the fucking wound.
Leeches remind me of Animorphs. You guys remember?
What?
Yeah, I remember that
Animals.
shit.
Yeah, the name
That's-
rings a bell. But I just
That's
don't-
when like
It was
the
a-
slug or something
it was a
crawled into
science.
the ear,
Yeah,
It was a
right?
science fiction book
Yeah.
written by.
Oh yes. No, I know. I
Applegate.
know it from the TV show. I know it from the
C.M.
TV show.
Applegate, I think I remember because I was really into
I think I'm
Goosebumps,
gonna get another
Goosebumps.
stand.
Yeah.
and I was really into.
It's too heavy.
Animorphs.
For,
It's too
I love
heavy,
Goosebumps
It's
as
a bit of
well,
cow
but I'm
salad.
dyslexic, so I can't read it.
It's alright.
do that.
I don't like the front cover. I like touching the Goosebumps because it was like
Oh,
bumpy.
okay.
I was like,
Are you being
oh.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh wow. But because Goosebumps came out with a TV series. As well as-
Goosegumps?
Goosebumps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Laugh is like barks like Chuck. Anyway, they came up with a TV
Life
series.
is like a box of eggs.
They came up with a TV series as well as Animorphs did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
that's
ever
right.
watch those ones?
Animorphs TV. Yeah.
And I remember revisiting the Goosebumps TV series, and I was cracking up how
Bad
like
it was.
how
Is
bad
that,
it was.
is that around the same time as like those round the twist
Yeah,
shows?
yeah.
out?
That was
I love
very
that.
similar
so, yeah.
time.
No,
Very
maybe.
similar time. Paul
Yeah.
Jennings. A lot of his books.
It was
were in
like
there.
they were like sort of the Twilight Zone but children friendly.
Yeah.
Like they're just weird random stories about like weird phenomena and
Yeah.
Shout outs to R.L. Stein and is it C.M. Applegate? I can't remember the author of Animorphs, but
yeah.
Yeah.
you made my childhood.
I didn't read much growing up, but I did read a lot of James Marsden books. Like
See the
those,
actor that plays Prince Charming.
No,
Yeah, no.
those-
He's Scott from.
No, it's James Marsden was an author as well. Like I think they share the same name, right?
Right,
The actor's name is James Marsden as well.
How
Right?
do you guys know all these?
He plays
man?
Cyclops.
Yeah, he played Cyclops.
Whereas
Oh,
the only
is that his
book,
name?
the
No,
only
that's
book I
Marsden.
read as a kid was Where's Wally?
And I still haven't found that bastard.
Did you ever find out the ending of that book? I never.
I know.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
James Marsden.
Yeah. The Tomorrow when the war began.
Yeah.
Series. So that was James
Yes,
Marsden.
yes.
Yeah. Well, I hope I'm right because otherwise I sound like a fucking total dickhead. No, I'm pretty sure it's James Marsden wrote those books.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But then again, it could be.
They made a movie on it, but they only did the one book because nobody watched it, and they
that
couldn't
was a
do the-
good movie. I
Yeah.
enjoyed the movie.
No, but you know what that ripped off? I didn't realize at the time. There was an American book called Red Dawn,
Yeah.
and that kind of rips that off a bit. Yes.
But then again, like you'll have stories like that, like Battle Royale and Hunger Games. They are exactly the same.
No, you kind of.
I'm not
Kind
following the
of.
Hunger
Battle
Games.
Royale. I haven't seen it. Is it
Uh,
a movie?
yeah, it's a
Have you
Japanese
seen, have you seen
movie.
Battle
No, I
Royale?
haven't seen Battle
I've seen the
Royale.
first one.
Yeah. Well, basically,
That's
the
fun.
premise of the story is through some government initiative or something, they put a grade, into a battle royale. They have to kill each other,
Yeah.
and whoever wins
Gets to walk free.
gets to walk free or
It's
whatever.
very simple.
But they got
simple
bombs
premise.
attached to them.
Yeah,
No,
they
no.
have bombs attached to them.
Did
They don't kill
Oh
each
yeah,
other.
that's
they
right.
blow up.
They had this collar.
Yeah, collar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That rings a
much like
bell for some reason.
much like in Hunger Games, where they had the dead zones or whatever the hell it was. If they stayed in that zone for too long,
They'll die.
they'll die.
Blow up.
So they basically had to force each other. They forced the kids to kill each other, which is similar premises. Like so, I don't know.
Yeah, it's true,
You get,
yeah.
you
What a
get,
fucking ripoff.
It's
you
true
get
and-
you get story overlap like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did see because I think they tried to release Red Dawn at the same time as.
But yeah, no, I saw Red Dawn, and then it's funny because the whole time I was watching Red Dawn, I'm like, they motherfuckers ripped off like Tomorrow when the war began. But then I did a bit of research and realized that it was the other way around.
Was it?
Yeah.
Must have been so
Red Dawn
angry.
came out first.
There's
I
another
was so
one.
angry. I was like, what the fuck? This is an Australian story. They didn't even give the credit. Like, they're Hollywood fucking typical shit still in it. And then I did the homework and realized that it was the other way around. So, yeah.
Was
Oh,
it Red
well.
Dawn based on a book as well?
Yeah, Red Dawn, there's a book. It's a book.
And so the book they
Because
plagiarized the book.
Red Dawn was written around the same time as like the Cold War when they thought the Soviets were like going to attack them. So that's why hence the name. Like it's
Yeah.
But then when James Marsden wrote his books, it was about like Asia invading Australia. So I can't remember. I think it was North Korea or something like that. It was a while ago. I can't remember.
Yes, it
but
was.
yeah, it was. Those Asians are coming. But, yeah.
You
Big red
tagged
dog
me
in the
in
backyard.
some. You tagged me on Facebook in some
my
suicide
goodness.
thing, suicide group thing,
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Group.
Yeah, I didn't know
That's
what
a
it was,
different
so I looked
movie.
into it.
Oh, I thought.
Why
Sorry.
does that sound familiar?
Okay,
Suicide
so Suicide Squad is a comic from the DC universe. Basically, it's based on these criminals that are they're in jail and they're wherever they're incarcerated, and I think she's the leader of a group called Argus. Her name is Amanda Waller.
Some government chick, right?
Some government chick. She enlists these criminals to go and be her undercover task force.
But she arms them with bombs.
Yeah, she implants bombs in their heads so that if they try to escape,
Yeah.
Wow.
So then that's like freaking Hunger Games and Battle Royale and.
But you know what they
kinda
say. I mean, Jason and I, we know this, right? Like, there's only really 7 stories.
Yeah.
You know,
I think-
so all movies are based on these 7 stories. So you've got like the Romeo and Juliet. I can't remember, to be honest. So don't ask me to like tell you the fucking.
Yeah.
But like, there's 7 basic stories that everything is based on, and that's really it.
But you know what? What's one common thing that all movies have in common?
They have a
a screen.
protagonist?
They play on the screen.
They move.
They all have problems.
They all end.
It's always about drama. Something's wrong. Something's happening, and they
Because
gotta.
the-
Well,
Otherwise-
it needs to, or else you're never going to resolve
Why does it
anything.
have to
Otherwise,
be
it would be
like
reality TV, and even reality TV tries to
Yeah.
find drama.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
they
to
always
inject
do,
conflict into it. Because otherwise, you walk in and it's like, okay, and 4 guys did a podcast and they agreed on everything.
There's one.
That's absolutely boring.
Yeah, even Seinfeld, that was a show about nothing. Supposedly, still had a theme every episode. You know,
I love that concept.
Yeah.
That's such a great concept because they even made fun of that on the show where George and Jerry were pitching it to a TV network, and they go, "This show is a show about nothing."
Oh yeah, I saw that episode.
And then
yeah.
and they're like,
What do you mean about nothing?
and
Yeah,
they're like, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
yeah. I love it when the moment when shows get self-aware. Yeah, or like for instance, like House of Cards, where the main character breaks the fourth wall and they talk to the audience. I'm like, oh, kind of cool. Like it doesn't really work in movies, but for some reason in TV shows it works. Like when they talk to the audience.
I'm interested
Well,
to see that
hopefully, yeah.
happening
In
for the Deadpool movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he has to because he does break the fourth wall all the time. Like he
Oh,
talks
yeah,
to you.
he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen him in like Marvel vs. Capcom 3? He actually takes his life bar and starts smashing you with it.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's like really cool.
I don't
That's
play
breaking
games,
the fourth
so
wall.
I'm not aware.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so you never finished your story about that movie.
Which one?
I don't know. You were telling us about a movie. Oh yeah, because you know, because
I was listening.
No way to
because you like the last podcast I did with you when you talked about Snowpiercer.
Right.
You were so good at telling the story. I had to go and watch it, so I went and watched it. It's actually really good, man. Like it's weird, but it's
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I thought it was a nice movie.
Yeah, it
but
was good.
Because I was telling you that I watched it with a logical mind. I'm like, this is dumb. Where did the kids go from this like carriage into this next carriage where there's a rave? Did they just? I was.
I remembered you talking about that. Like when I got to that part of the movie, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what Dom was talking about. But you know, by that stage, I knew it was more of a allegorical tale, and it was more like sort of like making a social statement about moving to the front of the train. So at that point, I was like, oh yeah, whatever. You know, yeah. But this movie, it's got the guy
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans in it,
Captain
Captain
America.
America. And his thing is like he's part of the poor class, you know, lower class, which is at the.
I've got his autograph, by the way.
Do you really?
Do you?
Yeah.
How? Did you buy something that had it like?
Did you
printed off?
photograph him
Fantastic Four.
Did you meet him though?
Yeah.
at the premiere? Or
Whoa.
something?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I was like, hey, say flame on. And he was like, flame on. And nothing happened.
Oh.
But
that's
I
a
got
bit
his
of a
autograph.
It's a bit of a letdown.
But I got his autograph, yeah.
I'm staring at you going like, you did not just tell that joke, man. Like,
I did. It happened.
no,
I
but
met.
Was he nice though? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I met Michael Rosenbaum, who plays the Flash.
yeah.
In Justice League, the cartoons, and he also plays Lex
He
Luthor in
does the voice,
Smallville.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met him, and also met.
What else
who
is he on? Because I know his name for some.
Let's talk about the most famous people we've met. So, yeah, here you go.
And I also met John Heder, who played Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, that's sick.
And
Wait.
he was cool, man.
Where was this?
This was at Smash. No, I can't remember what it
No,
was.
not Smash.
So one of the conferences.
Yeah.
But I
if I
went
ever see
there.
him, I'll go. I'll go. You're one of us. You're one of us.
I met him, and he's like, because I was more of a fan. I brought him. I brought my godson Louis to go see, like, you know, that conference, and he didn't know who John Heder was. He didn't know who Napoleon Dynamite was. He didn't even know who Michael Rosenbaum was. He just knew who the Flash was.
Yeah.
And
My question was: is he wearing New Balance sneakers?
he's behind a table. So I couldn't see. But John Heder, when I said hello to him, was like, he signed it. He just said, "Don, sweet, cheers," like, you know, dude. And I was like, I'm really like excited right now. This is really cool. And Michael Rosenbaum actually said, you know, "Hey Louis, you know, "Hey Louis, it's me, the Flash," like with the Flash,
Flash
voice.
voice, yeah.
And I heard it, and I was like, "Wow!" And Louis like, "Yeah, that's cool." Yeah, that's cool.
So where did you meet them? Where did you
Yeah,
see
it's
them?
cool.
It was at one of the conferences. It was
Oh,
like some
okay.
thing. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Maybe
Yeah.
It wasn't Smash.
It was the other one, the one where it's more sci-fi-ish.
You
Yeah.
go. Most famous person
Yeah.
you've met.
First famous person I've met,
Kwan Yuan.
probably Andy.
Andy Mick.
Yeah.
Ain't his
No, no.
birthday?
Happy birthday, Andy.
Happy birthday.
Oh, yeah, happy
Happy
birthday, Andy.
birthday.
Yeah.
I didn't post on your Facebook wall because I was too lazy, but happy birthday.
I'm lazy with posting on Facebook as well because the thing is like
It makes it
it becomes
Yeah.
yeah, and it's like
if I have the person number, I'll message them. Like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
whenever the option I say, I'll rely on Facebook to remind me that it's their birthday. Then I'll message them if I have their number.
it
rather
shouldn't
than-
become like a social standard too.
Yeah, happy birthday. And then people have abbreviated it now, like they abbreviate happy birthday.
HBD,
Like,
whatever.
I say happy births.
no,
Happy birthday.
I've got like if I do make the effort of like wishing you happy birthday on Facebook, I'll usually try and write something witty like happy birthday, may the force be with you. I did recently, or happy birthday, don't forget to clean behind the ears or something, some shit like that. Like
Yeah.
something witty.
Because to be honest, like when you get the notifications about birthdays, it'll be like 100. It used to be 100 notifications, but now it's just one notification.
The group,
And
right?
it says
Yeah.
100 people wished you happy birthday.
Yeah.
And that's
wow.
it.
No,
Yeah.
I must admit though, like the narcissist side of me is like whenever I do get like happy birthday wishes on Facebook, it makes me feel good. Like I was like, oh, cool, and it's like, oh, I'm so popular. Like I got 100 something today. Like, but yeah,
Stretch your ego.
yeah, stretch my ego a bit, but I don't know.
Do you think that the psychology of us, like we've grown to kind of want more of that? What's the word for it? Affection or attention because of Facebook.
Yeah, it's
Because of like
uh,
likes, like
the likes.
The
It
likes,
becomes
yeah.
like that.
Acceptance. It's just acceptance, like
That feeds your ego. The fact that happy birthday to you.
Kian's just spilled beer all over
oh, come
me.
on. It was not a spill. It was a couple of dips.
Oh man, what a mess.
Nah, it's cool.
Yeah, something to clean up.
Not cool, man.
It's cool.
Okay. So seriously, is Andy the
No,
most
no.
It's Andy's birthday
I've
today.
met a lot of new
So, yeah.
media guys.
Did you say nude?
No, new media guys.
Oh, new.
I'm talking about like. I went out and I've seen like Wong Fu and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, I've met.
Oh,
met
yeah,
them,
yeah.
when they came to Sydney.
Shout outs to Wong Fu.
Wong
Shout
Fu
out-
for life.
Wong Fu for life.
Who else I meet?
Wong Fu clan ain't nothing to fuck
Ryan
with.
and Kev Jumbo. Like
Did
in
I
terms of
met-
like Australian.
What about
Did
what
you guys
about
used to watch Gladiators?
yes?
Yes.
Who's that chick? That-
Tanya Zera.
yeah. No, not her.
Different girl.
No, the big one, the really muscular one.
China. No.
Oh,
No,
that's WWF.
that's WWF.
What's the deal with it?
No,
He met-
I met
Python.
I met
No, it
some
wasn't
of the,
Python.
I met some of the gladiators back in the day.
What's her name?
Really?
Yeah.
What was her name? I'm trying to remember now. Damn it.
Nah, yeah.
Have you ever met Corridor Digital? Sam and
I
Nico.
haven't met them yet.
No, we met Devin Graham, Devin
Oh yeah,
Supertramp.
Devin Supertramp. We
Yeah.
met him.
What about
we
Devin?
He was a
were
cool
on the
guy,
shoot.
man.
Yeah, we were on a shoot with him.
Yeah.
What about Devin Sawyer?
Who's Devin Sawyer?
From Casper and Idle Hands. Never mind.
No, the only person I know from Casper is Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
He was Casper in that movie.
Was he?
Devin Sauer. And then he played in a movie with Jessica Alba called Idle Hands.
Oh, was she? Jessica Alba got tied to the top of a car.
Yes.
Oh, I remember
and
that.
like there
That's
was
my
there was a
favourite
scene where it's like, and I'm pretty sure that this happens, and I will go back to a lot of Jessica Alba movies just to research this.
This is the most
I will-
scattered
I will go
podcast
through.
conversation ever.
I will go through that torture of going through Jessica Alba movies just to research this.
I did a Dark Angel marathon not long ago. Season 1 and 2. Oh my god!
But I'm pretty sure that now that I think about
Jessica
it,
who?
Jessica. Shut up.
The files
your
are
mouth.
in the
Shut your
computer.
mouth.
Anyway,
That's sacrilege, man.
Anyway,
Get out.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure in Jessica Alba movies they try to get her in her underwear
As much as possible, right?
as much as possible.
Yeah,
in Idle Hands.
I don't
in
have a
Idle
problem with
Hands.
that.
No, I don't have a problem with
Oh,
that.
right.
But I'm just saying, I'm starting to see a trend.
Into the Blue was my favorite.
Because she's in
Bikini the
bikini
whole
all the time. Anyway,
No.
Idle
I
Hands,
mean, I liked it for the cinematography. What did you like it for? Come on, man.
I liked it because Jessica Alba's hot. I'm just gonna put it out there.
No, I must admit that.
She's alright.
Look, that's what brought me to the movie. But then the whole time watching it, I'm like, it blew my mind. The cinematography in that movie, like all the underwater camera work and everything, fucking, it was fantastic. Like, how did they get those shots? You know?
How did they?
Jessica, I love you.
Yeah.
Fucking creep.
I'm telling Sam.
She knows a lot. No, but yeah, in Idle Hands, there was like a part where like her dress gets ripped off and she's in underwear. In Fantastic Four, there's a part where she like her powers turn off and she's just in her lingerie. It's just like, what the hell is that in her contract in every movie that she has to do?
They'd probably be
I'm
like,
not
we'll give you
possibly.
20 grand.
Well,
you can
I'm
do
not
it.
complaining. I'm just stating. An
Well, in the
observation.
latest Sin City, there is a tabletop scene.
It's a continuation. Like the
shit
time.
movie, by the way.
I was confused about the timeline. Does that
You didn't like
happen
it?
concurrent
No.
to the events that happened in the first movie?
I'm not too sure. I haven't seen the
Or-
second movie yet.
No, but we're sitting here talking about Jessica Alba in like stripper gear, right? But then Ava Green, she's nude in the whole fucking movie. Like,
She's nude in almost every movie.
yeah,
she
every
does.
movie, yeah.
In
Good
the
job.
300 Empire,
Oh,
Rise
yeah.
of Empire,
Rise of
she
Empire.
was, she just got a kid off straight away.
Yeah.
She met that Spartan guy and was like,
Oh yeah, where they hate fucked each other, right? Like in that movie. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
scene.
that was
you know
weird.
what?
That was awkward.
That
That's
part
a
was that part was
strange
quite
concept.
funny because like she was like, I want you to be my lieutenant or general or whatever it was.
It's a shit movie,
And then
by the way.
they had
He said
sex
no, yeah.
and then he goes no. It's like
Oh shit! But hey, he didn't finish, so like he fucked himself. So,
But yeah, I don't remember what we were talking about.
I know, this is
Just
the
Talking
most
about
like-
famous-
festival. It's
See,
famous
this is what happens when we have alcohol on a podcast, man. We're just all over the place.
Who's the most famous person you've met?
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's
yeah.
right.
I've spoke about this in a previous podcast with Van Ann and Andy.
Van Ann.
All right,
my
yeah. Andy
hero
did this
growing
story,
up,
yeah.
right, is there's a few, but one of them is Mick Doohan, the motorcycle racer.
Whoa.
And anyway, there's one year, my friend worked for Vodafone, and Vodafone sponsor the major sponsor for the McLaren team, right? This is several years ago. And anyway, they had this internal composition where they said that whoever makes a video and does the best video, like, pretending to be like interviewing Lewis Hamilton, is the most creative. Like, whoever does the most creative video will get tickets to fly down, all expenses paid, put up in like a 5-star hotel, passes to the celebrity race and like kind of shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man! Like, you don't want to do a video guy here. Of course, my friend called me up and said, "Oh, can we do one?"
Yeah.
So I did one, and our one, like, this is biased, right? But our one was the best. But anyway.
It
So
was, I saw it.
but there was another entry that they put a lot of effort into it as well. These two girls, so they said, we're going to bring 4 of you guys there. I'm like, oh, fucking sweet. So all 4 of us went, and they put us up at a hotel. It took us like to the races and everything, and we went there and we were living it up, man. Like, free alcohol all day with the Vodafone marquee. Celebrities were coming in and out. Lewis Hamilton came into the stand and addressed the people, and there was like executives all over the place, and we would like toe to toe with like executives from Vodafone, like the top guys there. Or in this case, this top girl, like one of the executives was like a lady,
Yeah.
and her husband and my friends got along really well, so we were hanging out and shit. And anyway, on the race, we had these like little wireless things where you could watch the race and have live updates on the timing, and you had headphones and shit like that. So it was pretty cool. But the reason why I was having a good time was fucking there were celebrities everywhere, and Mark Philippoussis,
Philippoussis.
Philippoussis. Yeah, I have another story about him, and I was a bit disappointed. But he's not the nicest guy.
For another podcast.
Yeah, and there was Mick Doohan was there. I saw Mick Doohan. I'm like, oh, Mick Doohan. Fuck, I'm gonna talk to him later. Craig Lowndes was super friendly. Went and said hello to him. He's just like, he's a down to earth guy because like he's the superstar, but because of the nature of his stardom or whatever, he's very down to earth. He's a country boy, So he's very like, just you go and talk
That's
to him.
cool.
It doesn't make you feel like there's no awkward exchange. But then I saw Mick do. I'm like, oh, I've got to go talk to him later. And he's walking around and shit like that all day. And he was talking to like other people, friends, other celebrities. And I thought, oh, it's a bit rude to go and tap him on the shoulder and go, hey, hello, especially in that kind of setting.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, he's in here all day. I'm going to get a chance to talk to him. So anyway, so the day goes by and we're boozing up and I'm getting a little bit like red in the face and shit.
Like
and
right now.
a bit of liquid courage. And I see him walk past.
Yeah.
And I go, oh, this is the moment. This is the moment. He's getting a lot closer. I'm sitting there with the other three winners of the
What'd you say?
And he walks past and I don't know, it was the alcohol or the nerves or whatever. He walks past and just as he gets within like sort of like arm's reach, I go, Mick Dowen! Like, yeah. It wasn't even that. It was like this mousy voice. Like I was nervous, but I was drunk and I was like,
do it again.
Mick Dowen! Like it was just this fucking, like it was the lamest fucking call out to him ever. And he didn't hear me, right? So he walked straight past and as he got in front of me, I'm like, oh, should I say it again? Say it again. But you get into that whole cyclical thing, like what the fuck did I just fucking say? And then he walked past and my moment passed and then he sat down with a whole bunch of other people and I'm like, oh fuck, I missed the boat. So maybe I'll speak to him later and the chance never came. So
I think he did hear you, but because you had such a mousy voice, he was like, oh shit, I need to get away from this guy.
Did I just sound like a witch? What
Mick Dowen? Oh shit, I need to get away from this guy.
Did I ever tell you guys
So
the
it didn't
time
happen.
I picked up a bunch of YouTube stars?
No?
I know of this
I
story.
would like to hear this
I
story.
know
I
of
would
this
really
story.
like to hear this story.
Yeah.
So there was a time they did a YouTube concert and they invited I think it was Nigga Higa, Kev Jumba, Andrew Garcia.
Is this during VidInc?
No, this is before VidInc. This is before like YouTube became the
No
big thing.
shit. So like they were obviously big because they wouldn't be here otherwise, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Who
So,
else was there?
You didn't have JS Lee in there, but you had.
Oh yeah, but they were part of the concert, so I did.
JS Lee's Australian though.
Yeah.
Are they?
I think no, JS Lee was in the bus. Yeah, JS Lee was in the bus as well.
Maribel, was she in there?
Yeah,
Shout out to
Maribel.
Janice and Sonia.
Yeah, Janice, Maribel, and
Maribel Anes.
Yeah, Anas. Yeah.
From Melbourne. Are you sure this wasn't video?
What's that?
This was Boom-
What's
this
that filler rapper
Boom.
Yeah.
kid? Yeah, Boombox.
This was
Boombox.
It. Yeah.
What's the filler rapper kid?
Deep Pride.
Deep Pride.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So I picked them all up, and it was the fucking most awkwardest drive.
What do you mean
ever.
pick them
Like
up?
I had to
In-
drive
in
the
like
van
a
to pick them
van.
up at the airport and take them to their hotel and
Oh
stuff.
no shit. So you
What?
were like a
Yeah,
bus driver.
The organizer was a bit
Is this Urban Agent?
No.
This was Epic Entertainment.
epic entertainment.
Oh, I remember.
I don't remember. I don't.
Now
I don't know.
known
bit of a
as Epic
stuff up,
Fail.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, we need a driver. We need," because he was a young kid back then. He goes, "We need someone that's over like 21, so
That
we
has
can-
a full license, right?
yeah, that can so we can rent this van." I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. I'll pick them up and stuff. Pretty cool. They're like famous YouTube stars." But yeah, when I picked them up, it was just fucking awkward, man. I didn't know what to say. Mick the van.
That could be the intro to the podcast.
My I remember because we were organizing this event called So Good like way back when, and we brought down Kira Folsom and Ryan Bandong or Ryan Mitchell Gray.
Yeah.
Anyway, my cousin, like I remember my cousin used to watch YouTube videos and stuff like that, and I go, hey, we're gonna go have dinner with Ryan Bandong and Kira Folsom. Did you want to come? I go, do you know who they are? And he's like, no, I don't know who they are. But yeah, I'll come have dinner with you guys. So we're having dinner. And then halfway through, like we're eating, he turns to me, he's like, hey, I lied. I'm a massive fan of Ryan Bandong. And he's sitting right in front of me. I go, hey, Ryan, my cousin loves you. This is just trying to embarrass him. But yeah, he's like, shut up. Shut up.
I was trying to play it cool.
So what is he, like a singer or something?
Yeah, he's a singer from America, from New York, I think. And he's got a band called Mitchell Gray. They do like alternative kind of alternative stuff. It's pretty good. Get his album, get his EP, get his music.
Yeah, because Don gets a cut. Anyway,
I don't actually, but
what else should we talk about? Let's talk about anything you want to talk about.
Yeah, we should close on a high. Like come up with some of that.
How are we going for time?
We've done about an hour and 10. So
wow.
Oh,
yeah, I know, it
Whoa.
goes quick, huh? Yeah, we
just
sit
talk-
here for
we
like,
just talk.
You know
We
what?
just
Fuck it,
talk,
we'll
that
just do
was
3
fun.
hours now and then. Make it
We should break this down into like a few episodes.
Yeah.
for you,
fuck it, man. We'll just make them watch it. I don't care. Like,